All right, can people hear me okay? Cool. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this live stream of BlizzCon 2016's opening ceremony. So I want to make that kind of clear. We're only going to be doing the opening ceremony. I have a virtual ticket. I'm not broadcasting it. We're just going to be sitting back and watching the opening ceremony. But before then, I'm actually going to be doing a just kind of a speculation on what we're going to be talking or what we actually might be seeing as announcements for the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony kind of dictates what we're going to be talking at BlizzCon. So at that point, we already have some questions. Is it allowed to stream this kind of thing? Here's the thing. The opening ceremony is open to the public. This is why I'm saying I'm a virtual ticket holder. I'm not streaming anything else. I'm also not taking ads for this. So this is just to have some fun. In fact, you guys can watch it at BlizzCon.com. They do allow the opening ceremony to be available for everybody. And then at that point, virtual ticket kicks in and you can't watch anything else. And I actually did this last year. Unfortunately, that video got taken down. But after talking to Blizzard about it, I think the biggest problem that they had was that I had ads on it. And so I have taken that off because I'm a fan and I don't want to start up crap. But yeah, we are less than or a little over an hour before BlizzCon actually starts. So we got a couple of people in here. How you guys doing this morning? Also, I should point out there's a little bit of a lag in the stream that I'm doing right now because I'm actually running off of my XSplit instead of my actual camera. So there's going to be a little bit of a delay, but it's still going to be enjoyable for people, I think. It's night here. Well, there you go, Goga. I don't know what to tell you there. Except on the end of, is that awesome for you? Are you a night owl or are you an early bird? No, for me, I am tired. I've already been working my butt off most of this week trying to get content on the channel up and running so that I could take this weekend off and cover BlizzCon, as well as recording some of the material for next week. So you guys can look forward to that when it comes out. Oh boy, but it's going to be pretty insane this weekend because I got to do the coverage for BlizzCon. I've got to do the coverage for Doctor Strange, all that fun stuff. What do I think about the Diablo 4 rumors? I don't know. I've read like 3 different versions. And so at that point, I'm waiting for the opening ceremony, to be perfectly honest. I'm a Diablo fan. So whatever they announce, like all 3 of the rumors that I've heard, I'm completely excited for either way. In particular, one of them was that we would get a little expansion for Diablo 3 while we waited for Diablo 4, which would give us the Necromancer. I'm okay with that. Diablo 4 would include the Necromancer. I'm okay with that. Either way they want to be able to do it. I don't think there's any Diablo 4. I think there will just be an expansion. I'm fine with that too. I really am. New class, I can't really say no to that. Especially since Heroes of the Storm kind of got the hype going when they brought in Zool. So, as far as let's see, I'm pretty out of the loop, but want to know about Diablo news. Will I be covering that? Yes. I will actually be I will be watching the panels, and then later on, probably Saturday night or Sunday, I will be doing little review segments for all the games. So basically the one that had the least news to the one that had the most news. So Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Heroes, Hearthstone, all of that's getting covered. And I'm really hoping for that new class. Especially since everybody has told me, since I actually came into Diablo late, you need to play the Necromancer class. Like, okay, that's cool. I can play him. Give me Diablo 4. Give me Diablo 3. I don't really care. All I wish for them is to work on balancing classes so you can play like multiple specs in high-end grids. And see, I'm. It's not that I'm not there. It's that I don't really play on the high end of Diablo. I just play for fun. But I can get where you're going at. I have a feeling that, at least I'm hoping, that a majority of the announcements today will be Diablo because of Diablo's 20th anniversary. Just to kind of go over the rest before people start asking what I think the rest are going to do, here's basically how that works. And if you guys want a more abridged version, literally an hour ago, I don't know why I do that. I don't even have a watch on there. I just barely released an episode of the Tale of Drak where I went over what I think is going to happen in more of a brief context. Here I am going to make it briefer. Warcraft, I think you're going to get 7.2 news. Probably setting up the hype for that. Probably a lot of what it took to make Legion. I know a lot of people are hoping that J. Allen Brack was lying. I don't think we're going to be hearing about Legacy or Pristine servers, based on the record that J. Allen Brack kind of has, at least as far as announcements, which is when he usually comes out and says that's not happening, he has kind of a good track record with that. If it was somebody else who's kind of trolly, then I would question it, but I'm not really questioning it at this point. Maybe it's too early, but I would love a Warcraft second movie. I don't think that's happening. I could be wrong. I didn't think the Warcraft movie was happening, but would I go see it? Sorry, I got off track. Warcraft, I think you're going to get 7.2 news. StarCraft, I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot of announcements. Maybe a mission pack. I don't know. Hearthstone, possibly an expansion, possibly an adventure. I don't really think so because we got an adventure and an expansion earlier this year. Heroes, you're going to get new heroes and new battlegrounds. I hate to generalize it, but that's what you're going to get. With Overwatch, you're going to get new heroes and new battlegrounds because there really isn't anything else to announce there. And then obviously Diablo, I'm really hoping that it's either D3 expansion or D4. Do you think they will announce a new game? Well, I mean, I was actually kind of speculating earlier this week. Tom Chilton is now not the director of World of Warcraft anymore. He got moved to a new project. Would we actually hear what this project is? I want to. I really do. I don't think we will. Or if we do, it's going to be very, very basic. And they'll keep the hype train going for it. What do I think of Sombra? Not a whole lot until I actually see her. I've heard a lot of different variations. She's supposed to be a hacker character. I think I read somewhere she's supposed to have a rivalry with Diva. Actually, that's kind of what I'm hoping with Overwatch announcements today is that we get a Sombra announcement. We now know who Sombra is. But that's just me. But yeah, no, going back to the second Warcraft movie, I wouldn't be against it. I had my own issues with the original Warcraft movie. I kind of think that it was doomed from its conception, and it's just because there's so much to cover in Warcraft. I don't know if any Hollywood studio would give it the time of day, or at least give it a proper introduction. So while I enjoyed the Warcraft movie, and I don't own it yet, but I will, Do I think we're going to get a sequel for it? Don't know. I don't think so. That's my honest assessment. Oh, here's an interesting question to ask the chat. Do we think we're going to see Chris Metzen there this time? Now, he's retired, but I've since come out and said that I do not believe that he's completely done with Blizzard. I think he'll come back to consult. But he didn't really get a formal, aside from a post, he didn't get really a formal farewell from the fans. So it would actually be really cool to bring him up on stage and let us say goodbye to him, since he means a lot to the Blizzard community. So do you think that'll happen? We will hold you accountable for any rumors that you spread that aren't confirmed during BlizzCon. Good luck with that one. What do you think about Overwatch? Do you think only one new character will be released? I'm hoping at least one new character will be released. Not necessarily released, but revealed. It'd be awesome if we got like 2 or 3. But I'm okay with one. I'm absolutely okay with one. And if it's Sombra, great. Actually, you want to know what I'd really like to see? Opening ceremony, animated short. I love those things. Oh boy, I am tired. I'm making this work though, people. I'm making it work. Let's see. I'm just going to be checking back and forth because I've got the live feed on another screen. Now, here's the other thing too. When the opening ceremony starts, I'm actually going to mute myself so you guys can hear it. And then we'll do a wrap up right after. I hope the delay is not killing people too much. The last time I checked with XSplit, it was maybe a couple seconds. So I don't know. But you guys will let me know. If it starts having problems, maybe I'll switch over to my regular camera and then we'll swap over to XSplit when the opening ceremony begins. I'm also glad because this year, unlike last year, I didn't really know the time, and I actually had like a 3-hour-long stream. This time around, I planned things accordingly. You're not even watching! Well, what the heck, man? Sombra starts hacking the event, then she's revealed. Oh, that would actually be really cool. That actually would be really cool. It's one of those things that I think Ubisoft should have done when they announced Watch Dogs 2. Just be hacked all of a sudden. Do a delay test. I've done one, and it doesn't seem to be too bad. I refuse to do full Kardashian coverage. You've come to the wrong channel for that. Let's see. Yeah, I would actually, just kind of going into my viewpoint, I really kind of want Chris to come out and just have that last hurrah. Let us all kind of say goodbye to him, and then he can go off and be with his family. I don't care. Yes, I'm only doing the opening ceremony. After that, virtual ticket kicks in, and I will start writing my notes and doing all that stuff, and you'll get videos, if not Saturday night, probably Sunday. I apologize for the cough drop. We got a little bit of a cold spreading around the house, so unlike last year too, I don't know if my baby girl is going to make an appearance. Sorry, guys. Think we're going to get any Hearthstone content? I don't know. The other sites have given me hope for it, that we might get either an expansion or an adventure. But here's the thing. We already got an expansion. We already got an adventure earlier this year. Because we got One Night in Karazhan in August, and then we got, I think it was March or April, we got Whispers of the Old Gods. So at that point, I guess you could say we're due for an expansion at the very least, but I don't know. I'm not live streaming all of the BlizzCon event. The opening ceremony is open to the public. You can go to blizzcon.com and watch it. So yeah, back to the Hearthstone stuff. I think if you get anything, it's going to be probably an expansion or an adventure, probably not both. If you get both, it's probably going to be one coming soon and one is going to be next year. The other thing, too, that I'm also doing to appease the Blizzard gods is I'm not putting ads on the video just because it is their deal, and I want to be able to appreciate that. So we're going to have some fun. And speculate before the announcements have even happened. I'd be tempted to know in the chat, what do you guys think is going to happen with your favorite game? You know, I went over mine. I'd love to hear what you guys think is actually going to happen to your favorite game. Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. Are we going to get a new announcement? That would be awesome. Because, you know, we did hear, I think about a month ago. No, not a couple, probably a couple of weeks ago. Tom Chilton is no longer the director of World of Warcraft. He moved on to a new project, leaving Ian Hazzikostas in charge of World of Warcraft. So at that point, could we find out what he's working on? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Do I have a tip jar? No, sadly, no. You want Sombra info or a release? That would be cool. I don't know how much we're going to get on Sombra. I think we're going to get a full reveal of her, honestly. I would just like, if they can make it work, give us an extra character, aside from Sombra. Because, I mean, I've been wanting to see a lot of the reveals from the original poster of Overwatch. We haven't even covered half of the people that are shown on that poster. So, yeah, show us more. Or another countdown. I want a new Overwatch class. Well, there isn't really a class. There's heroes. Are you talking like a new role, Miles? Sombra animated short and new map. That would be cool. That would be cool. An animated short to introduce Sombra. That'd be great. New map. Where could they go? Well, they could go anywhere. It's Earth. I want a moon map. Can I just say I want a moon map? I want to go to the moon base that like we see in the Winston animated short. Can we go there? Let's see. So we have, what is it? 3 or 4 roles. So you want to add a 5th? Sombra would be the way to be able to do it, honestly. You can watch the opening ceremony on BlizzCon.com. You just can't watch the virtual ticket. After the opening ceremony, virtual ticket kicks in. If I could speak this morning, that'd be awesome. And then you're good. Let's see. They've been lacking in updates the last 2 to 3 months, hoping that they're saving it for BlizzCon. They most likely are. I think there's a reason behind, or there's a method to the madness. I mean, the last announcement that we got was Gamescom. Yeah, a couple months ago. So at that point, this would be around the time. Gee, what could that new game? You want to know what? This is like completely out of nowhere. Here's what I would like to see happen, at least as far as StarCraft and Diablo announcements. Just because I'm a nostalgic gamer, StarCraft 1 in the StarCraft 2 engine, and Diablo 1 and 2 in the Diablo 3 engine. That'd be awesome. Like, remix of them. What do I think the animated short? I'm actually on who was it that actually brought it up? I'm I'm with Alpha Tango here. I really am. I think it's going to be Sombra, and that would be appropriate. 45 minutes. The ceremony starts in, well, 44 minutes. So 12 noon my time. It would be 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is Blizzard's. So yeah, I would love StarCraft 1 in StarCraft 2 engine, so like a remake of it, so to speak. And I would love to do Diablo 1 and 2 that way as well. The main reason being is I would love to be able to do playthroughs of StarCraft 1 and Diablo 1 and 2, but trying to get them to work on a Windows 10 PC doesn't really work out the way I want. The opening ceremony is basically where they make all of their announcements, Sergio. Well, most of them. They do sometimes save bigger announcements for the games for their panels, but that's about it. Sombra will hack the presentation. At least the Overwatch part of it, I think. That's what's going to happen. Confirmed. A Diablo 1 HD mode. Are you talking like an add-on for it? Because I have not had good luck with Diablo add-ons. Well, yeah, because you're reading that from the 20th anniversary stream or the panel, right? Here's the thing, though. If you look at the BlizzCon schedule, there's a gap between opening ceremony and their first panels. Usually that part is reserved for when they have something major to announce. And remember, like when they had a WoW expansion, there was not a World of Warcraft What's Next panel until after the opening ceremony. So as much as, yeah, that doesn't sound exciting, if they were going to do a major Diablo announcement and then put a panel for it, it would be right after. So that's like lots of motivation for Diablo fans if D4 or a D3 expansion actually hit. Yeah, I haven't had the best of luck with add-ons or anything like that, especially since I upgraded to Windows 10. So that's why I'm actually asking for like a legit Diablo 1 in the Diablo 3 engine. That'd be awesome to me. Because again, I would love to be able to play Diablo 1 and 2, especially on the channel if I can. Do we really need another brand new Diablo game or just a big expansion? I don't think you're going to get a big expansion. I think at the because I do tend to agree with some of the speculation that they wouldn't bring on a brand new game director if Diablo 3 was dead, kind of thing, or if Diablo 3 was going to be the last game. They'd have a little update team and then they move on. But the fact that you're looking for a full-on game director, I think they've even had some other job postings, it's very possible you could get Diablo 4. If it's an expansion, so here's where it gets weird. If we get D4, we might get a small expansion for Diablo 3. If we don't get D4, we'll get a big expansion for D3. So it could go either way, honestly. Diablo MMO. Wow, how many people have actually been speculating that for the longest time? I've heard Universe of StarCraft. I've heard World of Sanctuary. Somebody actually just barely came to me a couple of months ago and said, I want an Overwatch MMO. How's that going to work? That's really the question there. Diablo MMO. I'd be okay with it. I don't know how often I'd play it, but that's the thing is I'm moving more and more and more toward or away from MMOs and sticking to my one and then kind of moving on. Granted, my channel is going to be covering a lot more MMOs in the future. Since I am doing the Tale of Drak. Once that's done, I'll be moving to another MMO. But problem is that MMOs are a huge time sink. you have to be able to devote a lot of time to be able to get good at them. That's why I've not been able to play games like Skyrim or Oblivion or anything like that, is because just not enough time. Reminds me of that game called Lineage 2. Take your word for it. Never played it. Diablo MMO would be like killing mobs forever. So what you're saying is the Diablo MMO would be the secret cow level. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it'd be the secret cow level, where endless cows just come at you endlessly. And then eventually rainbow unicorns come out of nowhere, and then demons. Because we gotta have demons, it's Diablo. But then you have demonic rainbow ponies. I don't know. So yeah, I'm excited for what we might actually have for BlizzCon 2016. I'm excited, but at the same time, I want to be able to say things go in a specific way, because it could easily go very lackluster too. I mean, like I said, WoW doesn't really have any major announcements. They've got a new patch, and that's about it that I can think of. StarCraft 2, I don't know if they know where they're going. I almost kind of wish that they would announce StarCraft 3 or an expansion to StarCraft 2 and just get it over with. But I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Also, to all the newcomers on my live stream, first of all, welcome. Thank you for coming. And when you get a free minute, feel free to give a like, and also check out the other content on my channel, because I do plenty more. Like I said, I actually do the Tale of Drak VLOGS, which is my Let's Play of World of Warcraft, as well as I covered the Legion beta earlier this year. I have plenty more WoW content in store, plus plenty of other stuff, including my podcast literally tomorrow night, called Geek News, Reviews, and Opinions. So you guys can check that out also. There's a full-on archive. I've been doing it since according to YouTube, I've been doing it since 2014. I can tell you I've been doing it a lot longer than that. Just unfortunately, I can't get my hands on that footage. So cheap plug, go! But no, thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it, and we can all enjoy in our Blizzard faniness and have some fun with it. Jeez, the Diablo MMO. How would that work? Do you just bring in every single stinking class that's ever been in existence to Diablo? No, you cannot. As soon as the opening ceremony is done, then everything locks up, and you have to purchase a virtual ticket to be able to see it. And to the people who are already going to be asking, am I going to cover it? Nope. I'm only covering the opening ceremony. After that, I'm actually going to end the stream, wrap things up, and go watch the panels so that I can do my videos later on, a couple of days from now. So you guys will be able to get that coverage as well on the channel. I will be going into my thoughts on Hearthstone announcements, Overwatch announcements, Heroes of the Storm announcements, Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, all that fun stuff. Will they announce anything at the opening ceremony? Depends on what you consider an announcement. I mean, I think, in all honesty, given last year, we'll get the various teams coming out and saying what they have in store. So you're going to get announcements in that regard. Do I think we're going to get like a new game? Are you asking like a new game announcement? I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to have the video feed. In fact, when the opening ceremony starts, I'm going to be muting my mic so you guys can hear it. And then when I come back after the opening ceremony, I'll kind of wrap things up, give my thoughts on what they had to announce, and then go off and watch all that stuff and get the videos to you. Yeah, last year on Overwatch, they announced Mei, Genji, and Diva. So that's why I'm really hoping that it's at least one character. I really hope it's like 3. Yeah, Sombra, I think at the very least is going to be opening ceremony. In fact, I like your idea, Shinji and Alpha Tango. She needs to hack it. That's what needs to happen. Like the lights need to flicker, and all of a sudden we have the Matrix writing up on the screen, and then we get to see Sombra. That'd be really cool. As far as a new role, I would love to be able to see that new role. I don't know what it would be. Because I don't know if you can completely make a hacker role out of it, but it would be cool to have maybe like either a fusion kind of role. Because I mean, I do like the idea of Anna where she's a healing sniper. So at that point, you could do something similar to that with Sombra. Unit Lost is playing the new Overwatch gameplay, just letting you know. Okay. Overpowered role. Well, then it will be balanced. Because we can't have overpowered in a Blizzard game. Apparently you can't. It gets balanced fast and hard. So yeah, continue to give me you guys' speculations. Like, what do you want to see happen with the games? I'm more in particular. Like, we've talked a lot of Overwatch. What do you guys think is going to happen with StarCraft? What do you guys think is going to happen with Hearthstone or Heroes? Like, what heroes could be announced for Heroes of the Storm today? Because last year we got 2 or 3. So who could we get this time? Will we get some weird addition like Cho'Gall where it's 2 people playing the same character? Ultimate friendly fire on enemies. So she basically hacks all the characters and makes them fire on each other. That would be great. That'd be like the one guy from Shadow Labs. Time for fun! And mind controls everybody. All right, we're coming up on a half hour before the opening ceremony begins. The other thing that I kind of wonder is, now that it's been brought up, if they were going to announce a sequel movie, which I'm not sure if they will, it would be the opening ceremony. That's where they would want to talk about it. I don't think you're going to get Duncan Jones. Duncan's already said that he's not interested in doing that after filming the first Warcraft movie, but maybe. Maybe Uwe Boll would come out of it. No. I don't want Uwe Boll doing Warcraft. No. I was going to say, maybe Uwe Boll will come out of retirement and nah. Enjoy your retirement, Uwe. Because I don't want you touching another video game franchise. That's just me. Let's see, what else could potentially happen here? You know what? I'm actually wanting to speculate, like, who can they bring into Heroes? I would like to see more Overwatch characters, honestly. We only have 2. We only have 2 of them. As much as I want to be able to see Kyle Blackthorne and a couple of others, I mean, who else would we want to see in Heroes of the Storm from the Overwatch universe? I'm partial to Reaper. Anna would be really cool. Like, Anna would actually be an awesome pick just because of the fact she's a support sniper. Reinhardt. Reinhardt would be perfect for Heroes. He'd be a great warrior character. And in fact, I said this in Tale of Drak that I want more Warcraft-inspired arenas. I've now changed my mind. I want an Overwatch-inspired arena. I want an Overwatch-inspired arena in Heroes of the Storm. Would that be wrong of me? No. Let's see if we actually have any leaks or announcements before the opening ceremony. It's technically possible, but I don't know. Actually, really quick to the Diablo fans out there, if they do have an announcement, do you want the Necromancer or do you want something different? Like, is the Necromancer the direction that you want them to go? Me personally, I'm okay with it, but I'd also like a retake on the Diablo Druid, because I play a Druid in WoW, so I would love to see the difference, because everybody tells me there's a difference between, because I've never played Diablo 2. There's a difference between the WoW Druid and the Diablo Druid. I would love to be able to see those differences. Aside from that, I'm trying to think of the other classes that they could do that haven't been done yet. An assassin class in Diablo 3 or Diablo 4. That might be interesting. Or a brand spanking new class. I'm personally not picky. Whatever you can make work is fine with me. But I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you guys want to see them like? Two things. Is the Necromancer the class you want? Or if not, what class do you actually want as the announcement? And B, what do you want the story to be? Like, who do you want the threat to be in Diablo 3's expansion or Diablo 4? I talked about this on the Tale of Drak. I would love to see the Angels as an enemy, because they've kind of hinted at that Imperius is not fond of humans or Nephilim. So at that point, he could be an enemy. Like, we've already had Malthael be an enemy. Wouldn't it be cool to actually have the High Heavens come out against us? And I'll let you guys kind of come up with answers here while I look for any announcements, just in case. It's not like they couldn't happen. We have a Wonder Woman trailer. Okay. Not really what I'm wanting. Nope, not really, aside from the possible Necromancer announcement that might have been, quote, linked or leaked. Leak. The heck, man. So yeah, just kind of a rehashing. So in a half hour, I'll be putting on the feed for the opening ceremony. I'm going to be muting myself. We're going to watch it. And then you guys are going to enjoy it, obviously, because it's a BlizzCon opening ceremony. I'm not presuming to speak for you, but you know. And then I'm just going to go ahead and wrap things up with my thoughts on the announcements and then get right into it. I am still curious, though. We still have that nice little hour-long gap between BlizzCon opening ceremony and the first panels that are coming out for like what's next panels for the games. If they are going to make a major announcement, that's where they'd put it. They would talk about it for an hour and you'd get all the information you want from it. Also, just again, for speculation, do you think we're going to see Chris Metzen today? Or is he sitting back and enjoying his retirement? Diablo feels really boring at the moment the season starts. You're hyped for like 1 week, then you're done. I need things that keep the game captivating. So basically what you're saying, Goga, is that you want an expansion or a new game or a new class, something to change the formula up a little bit. Because I would agree. That's kind of my issue with Diablo right now too, is as much as I enjoy playing it, not a whole lot has changed. And there's only so many times that you can log in and do same old, same old. There's a robot Reinhardt at BlizzCon. Nice. Does he speak at you with a very deep German accent? And speak at you at how you are a weakling? I am not doing it right, but I'm trying to do the Reinhardt voice, but it's not really working out. And again, Reinhardt and Heroes of the Storm, people, it works. It strangely works. There are a couple of characters in Heroes or in Overwatch I don't think work for Heroes, but I would have made the argument that Zarya wasn't, and she works just fine. because I would sit there and wonder, okay, how do you move her mechanics over to Heroes of the Storm? And they did fine. They did it great, actually. I played a little bit of her, and I like the fact that now we have a ranged warrior that people can play. I always thought Tychus was like their first ranged warrior. No, he's an assassin. Let's see, further announcements. Do we have anything? No, not really. They are talking about a possible teased expansion for Hearthstone. That's possible. If so, like, what do you want? Like, I'm more interested in the adventures personally. But like, let's just say for an expansion or an adventure, like for an adventure, where would you want to go? And for an expansion, what would you like them to focus on? Because that's really the question that you have to answer. And this is the question that BlizzCon or that Blizzard has been working on for months, because that's what they do. Diablo 3 PvP would be great. Yes, it would. The fact that they've given up on it so many times doesn't make me all that excited. I mean, I'd be all for it, but only if they want to make it. Because that's the thing, is that you would have to balance out the classes. So do they want to go out and do that? Do they have enough of a team to be able to do that? I got somebody asking on Twitter, what am I drinking? Just Coke. I just need caffeine. Yeah, you guys can follow me on at Drak2326 on Twitter and leave questions there as well. I don't get to everything in a timely manner, but I do try. Let's see if I've actually got anything additional here. Nope. I have to update my Twitter. Because I'm an old fart. Will World of Warcraft ever come to consoles? It's a great game, but can't play it. No. I mean, I don't mean to answer it that way, Alpha Tango, but no. I don't think it will ever come to consoles unless you homebrew the hell out of that console. Because I've still seen the videos like of a guy playing World of Warcraft on his Wii. So, I mean, that exists. But you're talking like an official console release date? No. I think Blizzard is only interested in certain franchises coming to consoles, like Diablo, like Overwatch. Overwatch made sense. I would actually dare say, since Diablo makes sense, Heroes also would make sense, but that's up to them. Oh my goodness, we have 20 minutes. 20! And the live feed is not updated yet. It'll probably be like 10 minutes before. And then we get to deal with Alex Albrecht, who has not been doing anything productive as far as I'm concerned. I used to actually like Project Lore. And he stopped. I don't know why, but he did. And it made me sad. Let's see. And on Twitter, dang it. I tried to address this early on. People are already asking, do you think that they will pull a curveball and have some kind of legacy server, pristine server announcement? Given that it's JL and Brack that made the announcement, no, I don't. His going back into his announcements and when he's actually stepped out, he's been fairly consistent. So at that point, if he's coming out and saying it, probably not. Does that mean that we're not going to hear about this eventually? No. But I'm kind of in the realm of don't care. After my recent experiences with some very fervent players of private servers, my opinion hasn't really changed on the matter. I still am siding with Blizzard on the matter. So when they say that it's not going to happen, I don't think it will. Do I think you're going to get something? I don't know. That's up to Blizzard. And maybe they had some kind of a tenuous deal going, and here's hoping Nostalrius didn't screw that up. with their most recent announcements. I don't know that either. But my thoughts are very simple. If JL and Brat came out and said there will be no announcements because of our focus to Legion, I believe it. Honestly, I do. If it was somebody else coming out and saying it, I might question it. But Brack is trollish, but when it comes to formal announcements of stuff like this, he is fairly consistent. So there you go. I hope that answered your question. I'm really just not looking to start crap up. Mainly because I want people to have a good time. And right now, bringing up that discussion is kind of a 50-50 deal. Ooh. Somebody asked, are we going to see Lost Vikings 3? Confirmed, Lost Vikings 3. I think it's a little late for that. Not trying to burst your bubble there, but I think Lost Vikings 3 is probably the Lost Vikings hitting Heroes of the Storm. I think that's what it is. I am looking forward to many, many, many of the announcements, especially since I actually do have friends there. So I hope you guys are having a great time and able to try out some of the demos that we might actually get our hands on at some point. I'm hoping. Let's see. I would also like the Druid. Yes, I would love the Druid in... I'm just getting comments over in Facebook too. I would also love the Druid in Diablo. That would be awesome. Lost Viking hero in Heroes of the Storm. He's already there. Confirmed. Let me double check. No, confirmed. You can play as all three. That's actually the one hero in Heroes of the Storm I will probably never touch. And that's just because that sounds way too complex to me. To be good at that, I would have to devote a lot more time than I have available. Yep, you can play as all three, and they're all separate characters, so that's kind of the difficulty that gets added with playing Lost Vikings, is that you actually have to play all three of them. You can separate them out, or you can keep them all together. It's up to you. How do you like the World Quest system in World of Warcraft? And is it similar to another game? Hint, hint. I've called Legion the Diablo expansion for a reason. I think it adopted a lot of Diablo features, and for good reason. It works. I love the fact that a lot of the demons actually do operate in the same way as some Diablo demons do. That's great to me. I have no problems with this. In fact, add to it. Add another faction. We didn't get it in 7.1, but 7.2, let's get a new faction. And then you have to go do World Quests for them too. Basically, I think World Quests have done a really great job of replacing dailies. And they're engaging, which is even better. Because nothing against dailies, but eventually their engagement ran thin. And then at that point, dailies became the chore again. They were interesting for the first couple of weeks, and then they became a chore. World Quests, I'm starting to notice, are starting to have that effect as well, but I do still like the fact that there are enough changes happening to it. The further you get into a zone, the more World Quests unlock, specifically in Suramar. So I'm okay with that. Do I think that's a bad idea for them to rip off Diablo? No. I mean, Warcraft and Diablo have ripped each other off numerous times. Who is your main in Warcraft? I play a Druid. I play a Balance Guardian Druid. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I thought we had the stream starting up, but no. Killing me here, Blizzard. You're killing me. I'm gonna refresh it just to be safe. Because we're getting really close. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just repeated content for the moment. No! We're not interested in them championships. Okay, we need the main stage. There we go. All right, we are coming really close. I think at about 11:55 my time, I'm just going to go ahead and move things over to the feed. Is your first BlizzCon? Awesome! My first BlizzCon was a couple of years ago. So enjoy! Opening ceremony is 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, so for me, that's like in 10 minutes. Also, here's another interesting question. How do people feel about their recent team announcement for the BlizzCon team? They're basically bringing back last year's team. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I know a lot of people actually disliked bringing in people like Alex Albrecht. I didn't have an issue with it. There are definitely a lot of podcasters there that I would love to see get a spotlight in these ones. In fact, nothing against Jesse Cox, but can he not host the WoW Q&A this time? I'm sorry, but I have trouble trusting a man who thinks that Jaina is a dreadlord. I was eating a sandwich. I wanted to take a bite, and I squeezed too hard. It flipped 360 and landed on the floor. That is a talented sandwich. Talented fingers, but also a talented sandwich. Because you let it go, but it stuck the landing. Oh my gosh, I actually think I can see. So the live feed is actually coming up right now. I think I can actually see. I've got a fellow member of my podcast, or at least a guest star on my podcast that's there. I think I can actually see him out in Hall D. So that's great. Awesome. Make sure you have enough tea for the whole show. Does Coke work? I only have Coke. That's not true. I have water. I use the element which brings life. No, Coke does not work. Well, I'm sorry, stuff. I'm not British enough. I'm not British. So obviously I'm not British enough. Oh, okay, all right. I can get better, puppet. I can get better, puppet. Okay. And that's actually another thing. Are we going to see Mike come out and reveal Legion numbers? Because I don't think they have. I would like to know how well it did. I've been seeing a lot of old friends coming back for Legion and enjoying the crap out of it. So I would love to hear the Legion numbers. Actually, here's another good question before we cut over. Like, how many people are excited for the tournaments? I watch them occasionally. If I was more of an esports guy, I would watch them fervently. I know one of the panelists on my podcast is going to watch a few of them. But, like, are you guys excited for the tournaments? Are you excited for a specific team? I'd love to be able to see that. Legendary drop rates are going to be higher today because nobody's online to loot them. Exactly. And do you want to know the irony of that? I still don't have my legendary. So I should technically be on WoW right now. And I'm not. because I love you guys too much. What's wrong with my reasoning here? Yeah, I still don't have my first legendary, much less my second. I would love to get my first legendary. More screens. I don't know. I'm running this off 2. I could do a 3rd, but I don't know where I'd put it in the room. I'm running out of my little humble office. Because apparently I suck. You have 2 on your monk. Well, congratulations, and damn you. My only legendary is a pair of Warglaives. It took 9 runs to get. First of all, you suck. Because it took me way longer to get mine. Can I dab? I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Hi. We're already having some tournament spotlights. Again, I'd like to hear if you guys are excited for like a particular team to win in your tournament. That'd be awesome. Well, thank you, Alpha Tango. I appreciate that. And maybe when I get my first legendary, I'll put it on as a video just for the heck of it. Like, woo, woo, I finally got one. Well, thank you very much, Shinji. I appreciate that. A team that uses Tyrande. I have no idea what game we're talking about, though, but Tyrande. Heroes of the Storm, probably. I don't know. Hi. That sounds a little complicated for me in the morning. Eye-hand coordination isn't exactly what it should be. If I start doing this, I might fall out of the chair. I was gonna say, like, they could be talking about Hearthstone because Tyrande is now a portrait there, but that's not a team thing. Ooh, that'd be a cool feature to add to Hearthstone, like tag battles. That'd be great. In the UK, yeah, I'm finding that out. It's 6 p.m. in the UK. I wish it was 6 p.m. here, and then I'd be awake. I shouldn't complain. It's just being a dad. You don't get a whole lot of sleep those first couple of years. Though to be fair, Greymane should be in it. Pretty freaking vicious in the Wolfheart novel. I would agree with that. He's actually an awesome character. Are you talking about Heroes? Because Greymane is in it. Greymane got announced last year. So that does happen. Battlefield or Call of Duty? 3rd option. Nothing against Battlefield or Call of Duty. I'm just not interested. Yeah, Greymane's actually a really cool melee ranged hybrid assassin. I like what they actually did with him. Like his Worgen form is just melee, and his human form is ranged. Oh, and I didn't even realize they have Overwatch tournaments this year. Yay! That might be something I would want to watch. Heroes and Overwatch. I'd probably watch those. Okay, we are coming up on 5 minutes before the opening ceremony begins. So here we go, people. I'm going to make sure that this is still working. I might need to redo. Oh, there we go. Wrong one. Let's see if this is going to work. And as soon as I get it working... Yeah, it's still locked off. So, Give it a second, and then we'll be good. Go! We'll have to wait until it goes live. Because I'm seeing it, and it's working, but it looks like to the public right now, it's just locked off. So they may be setting things up right now. Impatience overwhelming. Yes. Yes, I actually like the fact that I animated the wallpaper this year. That is great to me. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Bring it back up, see what happens. Nope. Still locked off. In fact, we'll also make this a little tinier so that I can fit this all in here. Can I not access the main stage? Hall A, maybe? Would this give me the coverage? Nope. Nope. Looks like we're waiting just a little bit longer. And again, as soon as we can get it going, then I'm just going to go ahead and mute my mic, and you guys can have some fun along with me. I agree, Alpha Tango. Anna does look cool. Okay, so... yeah, it looks like that they're going to drop it live, or like right at noon. So as soon as that happens, then we will swap it over. If not, then I will probably end the stream because I would really like to be able to do that with you guys. But if they're not going to let me, then that's going to be an issue. Nope. Not yet. Okay. Life is indeed hard, King Stuff. Okay, let's try this again. It's about a minute before, so maybe I'll just leave it up here. And bring this over myself. Am I going to make Azeroth great again? I would hope so. It is starting. Can we actually get it running? Hall A? Try there. Ah. Yeah, they've locked it off. So let me try and jerry rig this. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay. Give me a second, people. I'm getting it working. Yeah, it's actually pretty buggy, guys. I hate to do this, but I might not actually be able to make this work. I'm working on it still, but crap. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, it actually won't let me log in on mine via XSplit, but that's okay. Oh, I actually didn't think about that. Let's try that instead. That might work. Let's do this. I believe this is the link for it. Nope. Not really working. Yep. Nope. Let's try Twitch one more time, and then if we can't make it work, then I may just have to call the stream because I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to let me run it on XSplit, sadly. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Give me a quick second here to fix things up. Okay, well, unfortunately, I've been trying everything that I can make work, because unfortunately, I'm running this through XSplit, and XSplit actually isn't letting me do it. Yes, I've gone green screen. Hologram is confirmed. That is happening. So, unfortunately, I may. Let's see. Yeah, I am putting it in Google, Twitch, and Blizzard, and it's not letting me do it. It's just sitting there and saying I don't have Flash, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to have to go. Dang it! I was really hoping to make this work, and it's not. Let me see what I can do to fix it. There we go. Yeah, no. All right. Sadly, it looks like they may have worked it in so that it actually can't work via streaming. So, because every angle that I try to approach this on, it's not working. And even BlizzCon, they've locked off the other arena areas. So I'm gonna try one more time, but after that, I might just need to tell you guys, head over to twitch.com/blizzard, and you can watch the opening ceremony. And thank you guys so much for checking in and enjoying the stream as it stood. So let me try one more time. I'm going to try BlizzCon's official site once more, and then if it doesn't work, then we might just have to call it at that. Yep. Yeah, I hate to say it, guys. I've tried to make it work on my end. Unfortunately, it's not working. That sucks because I really wanted to be able to do this with you guys again this year. But unfortunately, it's just not going to work. It is live right now, though. So if you go to twitch.com/blizzard and you can watch the opening ceremony there. But that's going to go ahead and do it for the stream. So go out, enjoy BlizzCon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I know that we weren't able to get the opening ceremony going, but unfortunately, I did everything that I could on the matter. If you guys want to check out all of the other content that I do, thank you guys so much for doing so. Check out all of the other stuff that I do. I do plenty of Blizzard stuff, but also my own podcast on Saturday nights and plenty of other video game related things like Let's Plays, commentaries, reviews, all that fun stuff. So you guys can look into all of that. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make it work. But I will, of course, see you guys next time for the next video. Enjoy BlizzCon, and I should have my reviews of the various panels in the next day or two. So enjoy. Enjoy BlizzCon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.